Good evening, Collective, and welcome in. Welcome to the weirdness. If you're new here, it's going to be exactly that. Um, I'm not going to be for everybody, and that's totally fine. No hard feelings whatsoever. But if I do happen to resonate with you, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me get the messages to the ones they're meant for. And I'm trying to find my soul tribe as well. And if you're returning, thank you so much for finding something in me to return to. And with that out of the way, let's get started. So, I've been picking up on a lot of really severe energy fluctuations over the past couple of days. A lot of highs and lows, a lot of back and forth too. It's a bit confusing, but the good news is that during this time, the transmutation of energy seems to be like rapid fire, which is why everything's shifting so fast. Might be noticing 1 second you're in a really good mood, everything going fine, and then out of nowhere you're suddenly agitated or you're hyper emotional over something. Just try your very best to roll with it. We're gonna get into it and see what Source wants you to know. I know I've been picking up a lot on appetite loss, lightheadedness, dry, itchy throats, a lot of pressure in the solar plexus, and this something with the throat chakra. Yeah, we got first card out is Sparkle, Sparkle, bitch. Yeah, it took a few days myself because it was just a lot to navigate. And, if you're actively manifesting at this time, we have Eureka. Stuff will good side. If you're actively manifesting at this time, it can be a lot. It's frustrating, to feel so much intensity, and it just seems to continue to build, and you're waiting for that something, and then we have Miracle Mile. So the first 3 cards out are really positive. Sparkle, Sparkle, bitch is exactly that. It's time to sparkle. And I've been talking about how we're kind of bringing this in, the things that make life sparkle, the things that make the moments sparkle, make us feel sparkly. Because, shit has been really heavy, and I think so many are just getting fed up. Everybody's starting to see through the bullshit, and I think that's where the Eureka card is coming through. Is more and more people are waking up astoundingly fast. And even with all the political riffraff going on right now, people don't seem to be as easily baited into the petty arguing, and I think that's absolutely beautiful. And then with Miracle Mile here, it's we're getting on that home stretch. Dive a little deeper. I know a lot of you guys have been having things fall away from your life at this time. It's hard navigating through these different changes, and as we continue to be more of our authentic selves, and we start to take notice of what really isn't in alignment with us, and actually do the work to balance it out, clear it out, whatever. It's the weight of it though, the pressure, it's more easily carried along the collective as more people awaken, because it's just like carrying something heavy. The more shoulders that are carrying it, the easier it is to carry. With Sparkle Sparkle Bitch, we have Skunk Spirit. Know your worth. It is okay to be fucking sparkly, and it's okay to be like just randomly blinding ass sparkly. Okay? I think a lot of what we've been feeling is this, it's like this magic in the air, like quite literally. For Eureka, we have Spirit has your back. More and more I'm starting to understand that this wave of energy and everything is really highly in tune with what we have been told Spirit Source is versus what we've come to know it to be. And when you show up authentically and like you're putting your true self forward, you're holding yourself accountable for your shit, and you're just truly making an honest effort. We have Canary Spirit. Sing your own song with Miracle Mile. When you're making an honest effort to stand by your bullshit, whether it's small steps or big steps, the fact that it's just fucking genuine, the fact that you're not putting on some kind of stupid front, it counts for more than you think. And Source, there's something about also something's been going on with somebody out there. Keep hearing somebody else's intuition is really on point with, like, you know, the fuckery that's been going on in your life. Like, you're catching on to the peripheral fuckery that's been going on. And it's like you're trying to give people time to be forthcoming with you, okay? Like, some of the people closest to you, because, like, it might be friend relationships, like familial or romantic or whatever, and you're trying to hint to them, like, I know if you could just go ahead and clear the air and like, we could get on with it, but you guys are gonna have to come to terms with the fact that some people they're just not gonna do that. It doesn't matter how much space you give them. It doesn't matter how much you try to let them know that, like, hey, I'm here, whatever it is, like, don't hold it back from me. Don't wait until the shit hits the fan to, like, clue me in on something and then ask for my forgiveness. And just go ahead, forgive them for what you know they've done, and if they haven't come forward with their bullshit, then it's, time to scoop it out. Because that mucks up the energy around you. It makes all of this even more difficult, because you're just placating to that. You're giving it room to fester and leach and feel like it's getting by with something. And if the pressure you have applied has not been enough at this point, it's not going to be enough. It's just not gonna. Source wanted somebody out there to know that. And that you will be okay. We gotta make room, for what is meant for us. For the ones, have space in our life for the ones that will come in and do the damn thing and treat us the way that, we deserve to be treated. And it's okay to be fucking sparkly, and to know that you're fucking sparkly, and that, you're worth more. Spirit has your back. We have confidence in the power of healing. Being confident with what you've recognized in yourself, and continuing to take steps to nurture yourself, to progress where you can, and just trusting that, you know, you're doing the damn thing. Purity of purpose, card number 31. One thing I really like about this deck, this is the Manara Erotic Oracle deck, and it also has in it like planetary placements and the chakras, and get to that one second. For confidence in the power of healing, we have Selena in Virgo. Selena is the white moon, the conscious self, the higher self, inspiration, melody, and inner light. With Virgo being rational, disliking randomness, and pursuing order. So, you know, showing up as your genuine self, seeking healing the way that you know you need it, giving yourself honest, true love. And like, that's a big thing. I know even for me personally, is like, I've always looked outside of myself for the kind of love that I give, you know. And it was this strange realization when it was like, you know, why not turn to the one person I know damn good and well has the capacity to do that, which is myself. And how about I start showing up for me, you know, in the ways that I would crave somebody else to. Why can't I do that, you know? And when I started taking those steps to be that person for myself, I became less and less reliant and became less of a leech on others, and that super needy, dependent, because we don't even realize we're doing it when we do it. And, you know, it's a really beautiful thing, and you'd be surprised how much your innermost being will show up to say thank you for that. But anyway, it's in the 6th chakra, which is Ajna. It's the third eye. It bestows mental stability, a strong will, and a keen sense of moods and states of others. So, like, that emotional intelligence, being able, like I was saying, to kind of see when people are trying to hide things or think that they're getting one over on you, and you're sitting back allowing them to think you're stupid. Like, you know what I mean? And the basic right of this chakra is the right to see. This right is violated if we are told that what we have seen with our own eyes did not really happen, if problems in the family are deliberately denied, or an ally turns a blind eye on our distress. When children witness traumatic family scenes, these afflict the children's ability to see, physically, emotionally, and mentally. So this might be pertinent to a home situation for someone. So it says that only very special people are able to heal others and tend to the wounds of a broken heart. And it's also said that there are no hearts that have never been broken and no souls that do not bear scars. Sometimes you must believe in your power to heal, to be, even if for a little while and in limited circumstances, that special person who can and will bring solace to the pain of those close to you. Just remember that the wounds and scars of the soul cannot be seen. Believe in what you feel, not just what you see. Okay, so that's also like a dual aspect to exactly what I was saying. So, you know, that making that choice to continue to show up for those people in your life, like, you know, be very discerning, be aware of are your needs being met during this time, as you're kind of waiting for the people closest to you to come around. You know, recognizing where they need love and support is one thing, but to continue to allow them a place in your life when they're not reciprocating that in a way that you also need, it's not fair. It's not an even energetic exchange, and it's doing neither of you any favors in remaining in that. And then for purity of purpose, whoa, I went way back. Alright, so that's in the first chakra, which is the root chakra. The energy of the earth enters the human body and moves upwards through it, passing through the 6 other chakras. The color in the first chakra is red. Muladhara is also associated with the main instincts and needs: self-preservation, health, food, shelter, physical existence, security, and procreation. Its main function is the preservation of life and the ability to survive under any conditions. When it functions smoothly and harmoniously, it allows life energy to flow into the body in any quantity, which gives excellent well-being, a feeling of strength, vigor, confidence, and courage. And the basic right of this is the right to exist. This is the fundamental right without which it is impossible to regain the other rights. It is the right to survive. It is the right that makes you worthy of life, of dignity, of everything else. It is the right that recognizes you as a human and a living person. And that is with Sun in Sagittarius, and the Sun is representative of male energy, creativity, willpower, being assertive, independent, and with Saggy being positive, sincere, easygoing, and looking for new experiences. So this is like being bold and stepping out. You might be pursuing something in regard to healing, be it like physically, spiritually, psychologically, whatever. There are many ways that one can embark upon a healing journey, so to speak. Emotions and energy, drive, motivations, everything is a spark that can propel a person forward to a new adventure and another inspiring achievement. It starts from the moment one jumps out of bed and goes through every single motion of a long day, lasting until the mind allows itself to sleep. There is power in intention, power in visualizing your target, and power in forgetting yourself and your limits. Just like a blessed archer who stops thinking and lets the arrow be her whole universe. Let the arrow fly carrying your dreams. So it's like being fierce in your intentions, and being bold and direct, knowing exactly what you want, and going for it, because you know you're worth it. You've done the work to get to that. And like, if you have that special someone, something in your life, it doesn't always have to be another person. Like, healing can simply be like going to a place where you experience trauma, like an old family home or something, and creating a new memory there to replace that. That's healing. You can rearrange your freaking house, redecorate, whatever. It can cleanse that energy. It can purge that old energy, give it an extra inertia to push it out by putting like physical motion behind the intention. Energy always follows intention. So even if it's the smallest act, like you don't have to do some grand thing. It can simply be affirming that every day, like, okay, so every day that I make my bed, I am taking an active step in healing that part of me that wants more energy. Or you can say that every act of self-care, every time I brush my teeth, wash my face, do my makeup, or take the extra time to do what I like, then it's going to supercharge my manifestation of money or a home or what have you. Whatever that goal is, set an intention to act on it, and make sure that that act is followed through. It doesn't have to be some big thing. You can always start somewhere, and it's prime time to be seeing results, as long as you're being genuine about it. That's what the Miracle Mile with the Canary Spirit Sing Your Own Song is about. Like, you being yourself, you being true to yourself, is going to magnetize those manifestations to you so much faster, because it's in alignment with your true being, that true you that had been cooped up and repressed, trying to be whatever the fuck for everybody else. Alright, we're gonna get a couple of these character cards out. Alright, we have Traveler, Seeker of Horizons, Adventure, Experience, Long Journey. It has indeed been a long fucking journey, has it not? So some of you might be feeling a bit run down, a bit just kind of expended, like, I don't know, getting like this numb feeling, like somebody out there is just like, I need to know what life is again. I need to know what there is in life when we have love, romance, reproduction, and infinity. For many of us, there's a love that is craved, that we feel like is not existent here. Like there's a something. It's deeper than material. It's deeper than anything. It's like the very foundation that makes life sparkle. And so many of us in relationships have been treated like shit. And it's affected so much because like everything that you see is like I've been saying, it's all big fucking love story. And coming back home to yourself, and being able to find a reflection of that which you've longed for so much, and be able to see it, to be able to touch it, perceive it so deeply, is like so many people are craving that, and it has been a really long fucking journey. And I've heard so many people say, like, I'm giving up on love. Please, guys, don't fucking give up. Give that love to yourself. I know that's hard to hear for a lot of people. But, because it's like, what good is anything if I don't have somebody to share it with, But you're still tailoring your experience around the presence of somebody else, and you yourself have craved love so deeply. So start with you. Do whatever you have to do. Go on a trip by yourself. Go fucking run naked in the... Don't get caught doing it, please. But, do whatever you have to do to keep going. Keep it true to you. Don't hurt nobody. Don't hurt yourself. Common sense applies. We have driver, navigator of journey, steering, safe passage, and welcome. Because you, who you are in there, driving this vehicle, is so eager to welcome you home, to you, to the real you. This whole experience, everything, is for us to enjoy. And yeah, we have been robbed of so much of it. Some of it has been our fault because of the choices we chose to make, but many of us, when we came to a certain point of awareness, we started making active changes. And that's what counts. And like Source is trying to tell us, I hear you, I see that you are finally showing up. You're not putting on masks. Even if you're a crying freaking puddle of emotional mess, the fact is that you showed up. You're being you. And, if we all could stand and be who we are and not get swept up in the fuckery, and support each other and just being ourselves, could do so much. And then we have engineer, architect of solutions, engineering practice, problem solver, complex systems, and technology. Yes. You exercise love. Give yourself the love that you've craved. And then start showing up for other people and keep those boundaries up. Like, for a friend, start being the friend that you really fucking want. And if somebody is not reflecting that back to you, speak up and be honest. You ain't gotta be a shit about it. But you can be like, hey, the other day when you said whatever, it came across as a backhanded compliment, and I don't know if it's just because I've been through so much shit, I didn't know how to take it, and so I'm just wanting to ask if there's, and if somebody has a problem with you seeking clarification, then you got your answer. You just keep moving, and you'll find the right people. The right people will find you. It puts out such a magnetic frequency when you are being genuine, and it ripples out so fast. And this even goes into like society as a whole. If every individual is making an individual effort, even if it's starting off small, could be brave enough to stand together against bullshit and truly make some real change. We don't need anybody's fucking permission. And I think many have forgotten that. And many have, unfortunately leaned on giving their unsolicited advice and opinions to people that are just trying to be polite and listen. And then they think that, they have this big platform to stand on, and it's like, we were all just trying to, be nice because you seemed like you were irate and very passionately speaking about something. We didn't want to get yelled at, so we let you vent. And now you became a tyrant, kind of thing. Get a few tarot cards, and then I'm going to wrap it up. It's late. Ooh, we have the Ace of Swords. That's the truth. There's a way to speak up and be direct and be honest without being rude, without being cruel. If you take into consideration how somebody else feels, if you honestly didn't know something for the first go around at whatever, an interaction with somebody, think of how it made you feel when somebody responded too harshly because you honestly didn't know. Like, you fuck up and say something, you just let it slip, you're being yourself, and you say something like an inappropriate joke or something because that's just your sense of humor, and people give such a knee-jerk reaction. It's like, is that really fucking necessary though? Like, you could easily just say like, hey, I get it, but around here we don't joke like that. And so people can be nice about it and offer solutions when they go to say something to someone. Like, hey, instead of coming at me like that, because I too have been through some bullshit, and some of my bullshit is attached to da-da-da-da. I know it's not your responsibility, but if you could show me the gesture of, instead of approaching me this way, approach me that way, I will be able to respond better to you. And we can go from there. And if they have a problem with it, fine. Go your separate fucking ways. We all will find the ones we're meant to find. Then we have strength. We've all been through enough shit that we're strong enough to do this. We're strong enough to see it through, guys. We all have had to endure injustice at some point, profound heartbreak, absolute destruction of something that we held dear to us, be it a lifestyle, be it a partner, be it a family, a home, a car, what the fuck ever. We've all felt it to some degree. And we don't have to know each other and everybody's personal fucking business to know how the fuck that feels. And to show some fucking compassion, because you know how it would make you feel if somebody showed it to you. And everybody's sitting around waiting for, well, so-and-so needs to do it first. Well, why not you? Why not me? Why not who the fuck ever? You know? You're strong enough to see it through. What else? Okay. We have the Page of Cups in reverse. So, you know, with like strength and the Ace of Swords, like that's pretty self-explanatory. You know, people that you encounter that might not have the same flow as you, might not be your cup of tea, so to speak. It's okay to tell somebody respectfully, hey, I don't think that, you know, this interaction's going to go much further than this. We can be cordial with each other, but let's do each other a favor and call it what it is and leave it at that. And if somebody says that to you, instead of getting triggered and going the fuck off, remember how it was for you when you had somebody that you weren't vibing with and they kept pushing. You're not obligated to like anyone, and no one's obligated to like you. As long as you like yourself, and if you don't like yourself, that you're doing the work to be able to be good with that person that's standing in the mirror, you're going to find your feet. And there are a lot of kind-hearted people out there just waiting to give some of that healing energy to those who are open to receive it. But this whole bullshit of expecting somebody to give you a cup when you're like demanding that everybody drink out of yours, like then you want to say your cup's empty, like, well, quit shoving your shit down everybody else's throat and maybe you'd have a little something left for yourself. Because you're shoving shit down people's throats that don't even fucking want what you have to offer, but you want to get triggered and bitchy. And we have to stop enabling that shit too. We have to sit there and tell somebody like, look, I know you're eager to be liked. I get it, I've been there, but stop it. Or get the fuck away from me. You know? There are levels to things. You don't have to start off immediately being like that, but dude, when it push comes to shove, don't be fucking afraid to shove their fucking cup back in their face. Exactly. And start anew. The Fool. You know, when what you're familiar with is profound fuckery and bullshit and pain, you can pretty much rest assured that the unfamiliar to you is going to be the good shit. The shit that you didn't get to experience. The shit that you wanted to experience. And the only thing that's being asked of us is to just fucking show up as ourselves. Because that's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. It's beautiful to not be perfect. Get one more, please. Alright, we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So, you know, going ahead and the shit that you've been putting off or continuing to try to waste your time investing in things that you know aren't going anywhere, like, think about the new beginning that you're wanting, what you're aspiring to, and know when to cut your losses, know when to pull back, know when to shift gears, and to turn all this that you've been holding on to and trying to polish up and everything, and just put it out there. Put you out there. That material you is enough. It's enough to cash in on this new beginning. It's enough. So stop saying, I need to do more work. I need to do this. I need to do that. Da-da-da-da-da. It's time, guys, to just push it through. I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there because it is late. I need to get some rest. And I am going to get back on posting videos more regularly. I needed some time because I was starting to question whether or not I even wanted to continue doing this because it was just like, but we have to quit thinking that everything right off the rip is going to be absolutely perfect, right? We have to be willing to continue and to put in effort more than once, more than twice, more than maybe 10 or 12 times even, but certain things take time, and that is okay. Just make sure it's something that you love, right? Something that you love to do. Yeah, I'm sorry if the energy comes across as awkward this evening because, this whole thing of putting myself out on, it's weird to me, but I couldn't deny my own self to try, because it was something that deep down it was like, I know we're weird as shit, but I think our weirdness might find a niche somewhere, and so anyways, I hope everything is going well in your lives. And if it's not, I genuinely hope that it gets better. I want you all to know you're not alone. And that a lot of this is scary because so many of us cling on to what we think we know. And it's quite a sobering realization when you sit down at the end of every day and that feeling that something's happening and nothing happened. Just another day. But is that so bad? What if we just slow down a little bit in those everyday moments and stop thinking about what's coming despite the anticipation? Allow ourselves to get lost in little moments again. Quit trying to push so hard our own narrative and just push for our place within this, and it not be above everybody else or whatever, but like genuinely just showing up in every moment, remembering that life is always happening. It always has been. And the reason so many of us, and it's a hard truth, but the reason so many of us are so freaked out is because we've allowed ourselves to be distracted by literally anything. Anything. Because the pain got too much. It became too much. And we've taken living out of life. And then we wonder why it's not holding substance. You sources telling me, take a few minutes out of your day, 5-10 minutes, to do something different. Even if it's just if you go on a walk daily, just take a slightly different route. If you go to the store every day, try being the nice person that day. Smile and say hi to everybody. Be the person that holds the door. Even if the person in front of you was kind of a shit, hold the door. See what it's like to step out of your comfort zone, what you're used to leaning on. And that's not just talking in bold, grand endeavors. No, I mean like quite literally, like every little thing. If you don't feel grateful for certain things anymore, if you feel like life has lost its luster, like unplug your dishwasher for a week if you have the privilege of having a dishwasher. And just for the hell of it, wash dishes by hand for a week. When you go to plug that dishwasher in again next week, you'll start seeing it differently. Because nobody owes you an experience. That's up to you to give yourself. The universe can only provide what it always has provided. And if you guys want magic, then you gotta remember it comes from the genuine connection between people. The genuine effort of showing up for the universe, for life. You can't expect the universe to give you more of what you're proving to not be grateful for, you know? And it's one thing to sit there and say, well, I am grateful. Every day I do my meditation, I say my affirmations, but what's your intent behind it really? Are you trying to force this narrative out into the universe, demanding that it show up for you? What are you doing in the meantime while you're waiting on those? Are you sitting and just constantly thinking about, well, when this comes, when this happens, when? But what about now? What about in the now moment? Everybody talks about they want others to show up for them, and they want this and that to show up for them. Well, how the fuck are you showing up for life? For the universe? Or are you just pretending to be happy because you think that that's what the universe wants from you? Because that's what everybody in the spiritual community tells you that you have to do in order to get this, and that. I mean, these are valid questions. No ill intent, no. I say these things because these are honest observations that I give myself. Because I truly want to find happiness again too. And day by day, little by little, I'm finding it again. Finding reasons to do my makeup again. And months ago, as kind of embarrassing as it is to admit, I found a reason to brush my hair again. Because I was depressed. But I was stuck. I had allowed myself to be stuck. Because did I go through a lot of shit by the hands of other people? Yes, I did. And it sucks. But as I sat there, drowning in my own misery, I had to snap out of it and realize nobody's coming to fucking save me. The universe had given me everything already. Myself. The air that I breathe. My babies. Had me perfectly positioned with people around me that if I would have just spoken up, sooner, I would have gotten the help, but I was so dead set on how it was gonna look. Well, I want to be able to help myself. Yes, 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 but are you able to help yourself right now? No, you're literally asking for somebody to come and help you. So speak the fuck up and ask for the help. Like, that's literally like how the universe had to put it to me. He had to like literally spell it the fuck out. Like, and it's okay. Like, if you want to be upset about it, get upset about it. Cry your fucking eyes out. Scream, rage. Don't hurt anybody and don't hurt yourself. But trust me, when you come out of the other side of that realization, it's like, you're so much more powerful. And you do hold that magic. Otherwise, your heart wouldn't be pushing you the way that it does. But your heart is not going to placate to the bullshit because it holds genuine fucking love. This is the hard part, guys. Let's just get it done. Let's get it fucking done. And we'll see each other on the other side of it, I promise. We're all going through it. Anybody who says they're not is full of shit. Just because they might have fancier things or a more easy way of being able to deal with it from our perspective doesn't mean that that's truly their reality for them. Because just as we get accustomed to and adapt to our situations, they do on their end as well. And it's not up to us to judge each other's suffering. It's our job to recognize it in ourselves and to give comfort to ourselves and to each other. Because we know what it's like to be that mess in a fucking puddle of your own snot and tears and depression funk, you know? But yeah, I guess that's it. Source just wanted me to tell you that. Anyway, I love you all and I will see you again soon. Happy raping.